Why is the transition from B2C to B2B sales such a big fuss out there on LinkedIn? Is it arguably the biggest elephant in the room out there? B2B SDRing is an ever-evolving role with new tools coming out every other day. Google is attacking the email deliverability, and the nature of the job is full of ups and downs. And in such a scenario, just even thinking of transitioning from B2C to B2B sales is a big leap of faith for any person out there, and especially someone with an edtech background. Now, one thing which came as a shocker for both of us is the sheer number of people who reached out to us seeking help to transition from B2C to B2B sales. Posting content on LinkedIn was just one of our experiments where we were trying to see if our journey resonates with somebody else out there or not, and hell it did. Since then, you will see both me and AT advocating for people to transition from B2C to B2B sales. We have done this via LinkedIn posts, or if you have met us IRL or connected with us over Gmeets. But why is it such a big task for any person out there? Are there even people who are willing to help out the newbies transition from B2C to B2B sales? Now, reflecting at our own journeys, we were lucky enough to start from B2B sales directly. And even for that matter, switching roles for us, even in the B2B industry, was hell of a task. So I can imagine how hard it will be for a person with a B2C edtech background to transition into B2B sales. The problem is not getting in touch with HRs and lining up interviews. It is rather having the confidence that you can do it, building the leverage on the role, proving that you're worth the big money, and then finally negotiating a big contract and a big offer for yourself. And quite honestly, each and every step was a steep learning curve for both of us. I myself tried to find out by searching on YouTube if there is some content to help me out. But alas, that wasn't the case. And that was the exact whole reason why we are starting with Foot in the Door and this particular video series to begin with. So welcome to the first video on Foot in the Door. The Indian sales market has been undergoing a paradigm shift for quite some time now. And this has intensified a lot over the past few quarters. And what I'm referring to is the urge of B2C edtech salespeople trying to transition into B2B tech sales. And it is especially true during this time of the year, where budgets open up for new hiring and HR send out mails and in emails left, right and center to the experienced folks, but the inexperienced ones are usually left out. But they still have a lot to gain. I have always believed that there is always shortage of good talent. You just need to go at the right place to sell your skill set. So let's start with understanding this basic thing. Why are even people wanting to switch from B2C to B2B sales, and especially tech sales? For this, I did a little bit of digging and came up with three major factors that has been driving this change, this urge to transition. Now, first being better working environments. Now, edtechs have earned themselves a bad reputation in terms of the sheer amount of work pressure and bad work cultures that have been thriving in those environments. Now, this does not mean that you will not have pressure in B2B sales. The pressure might be even more, but where is the difference? The difference lies in the company respecting you and your work every day in and out. Every company knows out there a B2B sales SDR would be sourcing deals worth $40,000-$50,000 at any particular point of time. Whereas as compared to a B2C person, you might be just sourcing a few $1,000s per quarter. Now, second reason being higher pays. B2B SaaS is all about high margins, and the added factor being long-term VC participation. So you're bound to get better pays at a B2B tech company. Now, the third reason being wider future growth prospects apart from the traditional routes that exist, and we are going to be covering this in just a bit. The fact that I am bullish on sales and revenue generating roles in B2B SaaS, which comes from my little experience, plus is validated by multiple other reputed folks out there, is the GTM motion. In this world where tech advancements have been faster than ever, and with the new AI tools that come out left, right and center, building products has become and will become easier than ever. Now, not to disregard the efforts taken by engineers out there, but copying features will just become a matter of maybe a year, maybe a quarter or two, or even less. But what is the thing that will keep every organization in front of the other one? The GTM motion. How good the combination of marketing plus sales plus account management and customer success works. If they are working well and in great tandem, it is going to be a great story out there. But if not, it will be just a matter of time that the organization perishes sooner or later. And the best part for us, companies with even average retention policies are not going to fire a revenue generating and a revenue returning employee as compared to a highly paid tech or a product guy. So this is almost like a recession proof thing, where if you are a better than average revenue generating guy out there, you are more likely to keep your jobs as compared to anyone else. And talking from a long-term point of view, I believe that SDRing is just a stepping stone for any person who wants to work there in B2B tech industry. You can not just only transition into well-known roles like, SDR manager, account executive, or to even account management or customer success, but newer roles and newer evolving roles like revenue operations, leading strategic initiatives, partnerships, and much more. In few cases, even people have gone on to move into product roles as well while starting out as an SDR. So this was from just an internal point of view and the company hierarchy. But if you are someone who is building a brand for yourself out there, you can maybe go on to start your own consulting agency, take up freelance gigs, or maybe go on to lead content at your own organization as well. And mind you, this is a big disclaimer for all of you. Just because a company exists in B2B SaaS, it does not mean or it does not guarantee that it will have a good culture and a good pay. All kinds of companies exist out there in every industry. So you need to be careful with which company do you join, and we are going to be helping you with exactly that. In the next few videos, we are going to be covering how you can evaluate a company, how you can apply to as many jobs as possible, which factors work out well for you, and how you can make a conscious decision. Now, if you're here with me till the end of the video and that you have suggested to the YouTube algorithm that this is a good video to watch, I owe you something. So down in the description, you can find a calendar link to both of our calendars where you can schedule a call with us. Now, if you're someone who is looking to transition from B2C to B2B, or if you're someone who's already working in the B2B industry, we have something in store for you and would love to exchange your thoughts. Now, see you in the next one.